So the American Express Gold Card is one of the most popular cards, not only with American Express, but also compared to other credit cards in its category as well. It's a staple earner card in many credit card setups, and I'll bet that you either have this card or have seriously considered getting this card. So let's go over why I think you must have the American Express Gold Card. With exceptions, of course. The first reason is that the food category is one of the highest expenses for pretty much everyone. If we look at the average American household expenses, housing, transportation, and food are consistently in the top spending categories. And this makes sense because people need to eat every day, usually multiple times a day, which makes the American Express Gold Card a solid daily driver for earning in the food category. When I look at my own personal expenses in specific credit card categories from Q3 of 2022, I can see that the food category is by far my top spending category, with restaurants and groceries combined being around 65% of my total credit card expenses. Travel makes up around 22% of my total credit card category expenses, with transit at 14%, hotels at 6%, and airfare at 2%, followed by the gas category at 13%. So as you can see, the American Express Gold Card works great for me as a daily driver, given the amount of money I spend on food. But now let's briefly go over this card in more detail to see why this card could also be great for you. The American Express Gold Card has multiple sign-up bonus offers right now, with the most common being the 75,000 membership rewards points offer after spending $4,000 in the first 6 months, along with a 0% APR offer for the first 6 months as well. Another great sign-up bonus offer for this card would be the Resi.com offer, where you could earn 75,000 membership rewards points, but also receive 20% back as a statement credit on purchases at restaurants worldwide for up to $250 cash back during the first 12 months. I've also heard that there's a 90,000 membership reward point offer after spending $4,000 in the first 6 months that you can get through a referral link. So if you can come across one of those, that could be an option as well. The annual fee on this card is $250, and it comes with no foreign transaction fees. Now that seems like a high annual fee, but the effective annual fee will be much lower once we go through the main benefits on this card, including its multipliers and its statement credits. You earn 4x back at restaurants plus takeout and delivery in the US, 4x backs on groceries at US supermarkets, and up to $25,000 in purchases per year, 3x back on flights booked directly with airlines or on amextravel.com, and 1x points back on everything else. The first statement credit on this card is a $120 dining credit, where you earn up to $10 in statement credits monthly when using your Gold Card at Grubhub, the Cheesecake Factory, Goldbelly, Wine.com, Milk Bar, and or select Shake Shack locations. The second statement credit is a $120 Uber credit, where you get $10 in Uber Cash each month to order Uber rides or get food via Uber's delivery service, Uber Eats. You also get access to the hotel collection, where if you book a minimum 2-night stay, you can get a $100 experience credit to use during your stay. Now, this is a good benefit to know about, but as it's kind of a niche benefit and most people don't use it, we won't use the hotel collection credit when determining the effective annual fee for this card. And that brings me to the second reason why you must have the American Express Gold Card, and that's because it has a low effective annual fee of $10. Since the Gold Card has two statement credits, the $120 dining credit and the $120 Uber credit, this totals to $240, which subtracted from the annual fee of $250 leaves $10 as the effective annual fee. Now, some would argue that these credits aren't really reducing the annual fee on this card, specifically if you wouldn't normally be using these credits anyway. So, if you didn't go to any of the places that offer the dining credit, or you don't use Uber or Uber Eats, these credits wouldn't be bringing you any value. And if this is the case for you, then consider skipping this card if you don't think you'll be able to make use of these credits. So yeah, this card is a must-have, but of course there's always going to be exceptions. If we look at the math, assuming a 1 cent point valuation on membership rewards points, with an annual fee of $250, you'll need 25,000 membership rewards points to break even. If we also assume that the 4x dining and 4x grocery multipliers are being used for all spend on this card, this equals $6,250 per year, or $520.83 per month, or $130.21 per week on food, which as a top spend category is a spend level that almost everyone can meet. If you think that, yes, my effective annual fee is $10 because I can make use of the $240 in statement credits, then all you would need to break even, assuming similar parameters as before, is to earn 1,000 points or spend $250 in the dining and grocery category per year. Now, of course, the Amex Gold card may not be right for everyone, as we just discussed, and another important reason to consider a different card is if you're on Team Cashback and prefer direct cashback as rewards instead of points and miles. With American Express, the default cash out option for points is 0.6 cents per point, which is a terrible value, so definitely don't do that. But if you have complimentary American Express cards such as the Charles Schwab or Morgan Stanley versions of the Platinum card, cash out rates can improve drastically. With the Charles Schwab Platinum card, points can be redeemed into your eligible Charles Schwab account with a redemption rate of 1.1 cents per point. Similarly, with the Morgan Stanley Platinum card, points can be redeemed into your eligible Morgan Stanley account, but at a slightly lower rate of 1 cent per point. So if you don't think the statement credits work for you, or if you're on Team Cashback, then this card may not be the best card for you. And just as a quick mention, one great alternative card with no annual fee in the food category is the US Bank Altitude Go card that earns 4x points on dining, takeout, and restaurant delivery, as well as 2x points on grocery stores. But if you feel that your effective annual fee can be lowered using the statement credits and you plan on redeeming for outsized value with membership rewards points, then the Gold card is a great earnings card for you. This is important because when we look at credit card points, it's not only the earnings that are important, but also the options for redemption, since both taken together will result in the total value you get from spending money on a particular credit card from a specific bank. And the Membership Rewards program is one of the top ecosystems for airline and hotel transfer partners with the largest number of options to choose from, and this will get you the highest redemption value for your points. Now, in recent years, bank transfer partner offerings have become much more competitive, which is great for us as consumers, but American Express still has the most transfer partners of all credit card issuers with 19 airline and 3 hotel partners. And compared to the competition, Capital One has 15 airline and 2 hotel partners, Citi has 14 airlines and 2 hotel partners, and Chase has 11 airline and 3 hotel partners. Of course, you'll have to do your own research to see which airlines and hotel chains are the ones you use in your own daily life to make the best decision to see which rewards ecosystem is best for you. But going back to American Express and using my preferences as an example, I really like the Membership Rewards program because, number 1, I'm on team travel. Number 2, I'm looking for outsized value for my points by using transfer partners. And number 3, I like the airline and hotel partners with American Express. And not only does American Express offer high redemption rates through transfer partners, but they also offer high earning multipliers on their cards as well. And I think that this combination of both high earnings and high redemption is what makes the American Express Membership Rewards program so powerful. Another way to really appreciate why the American Express Gold card is so good is to look at how this card stands out amongst its competitors at other banks, specifically in the food category. First off, dining seems to be well covered by other cards by different banks in a variety of no annual fee and annual fee options. But groceries are one of those categories that can be difficult to cover given the sparse options for a dedicated grocery card. For example, Chase can cover the grocery category with their Freedom Flex card, but as a 5% rotating category card, this is only for 1/4 of the year. Likewise, Citi has their custom cash for 5% back on dining or groceries, but with a $500 cap per month. And Capital One has their Saver One card that can get 3% back on dining and groceries, so these can be good alternative cards if you don't want to deal with the annual fee. But in my opinion, there's no better card than the American Express Gold card to cover both the dining and grocery categories in a single card with a low effective annual fee of just $10. And as this card covers the food category all on its own, it serves as a core card in many different credit card setups where additional cards can cover other categories. One of the most popular setups is the infamous American Express trifecta, consisting of the Platinum card, the Gold card, and the Blue Business Plus card. And this setup can start to really accelerate your membership rewards points earnings. So whether it be to get started in the American Express ecosystem, to nail down a very competitive sign-up bonus, or to use this card as a daily driver for your dining and grocery expenses, the American Express Gold card is a card that I think anyone could get a great deal of value from. I highly recommend this card to basically anyone and everyone unless that person feels strongly about cashback setups only, in which case, as I mentioned earlier, there are other plenty of options to choose from. I don't think the question is should I get this card or not, but rather, how can I use this card and have it fit into my own credit card setup? Some questions that may be helpful to ask are, do I want to use this card solely in an Amex membership rewards setup? Do I want to blend this card with another issuer, for example, the Chase Trifecta, to strengthen the grocery category? Or even, do I want to combine it with a cashback setup? Each one of these options has their own pros and cons, but the only way to find out if this card is right for you is to try it out for yourself. And if you want to know more about how I specifically use the American Express Gold card and to get some ideas for your own setup, check out this video here, which is a What's in My Wallet video that goes into more detail about why the American Express Gold card is such an essential part of my setup.